They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Stay sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Stay sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yo, look at me, out of the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you're once in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted...
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game. Football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards. It's third down and 5.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10.
They're on 37-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 37. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Down at the 43.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing on second and 3. Mahomes. And some room to roam now. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. Then he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. 20. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Your face!
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Brandon McManus.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A run with Huntley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
A gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They'll get this into the hands of Huntley. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Mahomes firing complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Block on the give. It's Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 12.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Broncos 13.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
13, Chiefs 7.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Kansas City.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, we got low center of gravity and strength. He's going to get those tough.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
McManus' point after is good, and the lead now stands at 13.
Brendan McManus to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around? He's Travis Kelce, the 20, and down to the 11. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. 64 yards.
64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Butker's kick here is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the Broncos' big-ticket acquisition. It's Melvin Gordon. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Breland speaks.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Block. Oh, he'll air this. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Mecole Hardman, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And the lead cut down to 9.
Makes the score Broncos 26, Chiefs 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
At the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And some space here. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes.
That's right, baby.
Now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Second and 11 now. Locke working out of the gun. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 41, Locke. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And that'll bring up second down.
35-yard line.
to throw again. Lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This just a 24-yard attempt. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Brandon McManus to kick off.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here we go. Check it out.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Brandon McManus.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave him out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Watkins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Number 30,
Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Locke to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll come out in the pistol. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Not short of the goal.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. One more time with Lindsey. And he will take it in. Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Lining up for the extra point.
And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
42, Chiefs 17. Brendan McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. From the gun, Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Melvin.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Broncos 49.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Mike 50, Mike 50. I got him.
A quick throw outside by Locke. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will extend this big lead.
17. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2.
That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer.
Broncos
extra point right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, Louie. Hey, Ripley. Shift.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
24.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Complete to Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Broncos 56, Chiefs 31.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes, complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
Complete.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
15 yards.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle the team a little bit as well.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Number 87.
Travis Kelsey with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
The extra point is good.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Broncos 56. Chiefs.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the fourth quarter. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Now they'll set up the screen to Huntley. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far. But a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Blocked again here on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Chiefs.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to. And that's caught inside the 30. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
That's good.
It's a big play there for the Broncos. 43 yards. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That's good.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. A lot going to throw it here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a short return to the 6-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and 10. Throwing again. Block. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus now for the extra point. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
And this is caught at the 20.
No, why don't you just start
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this when I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's grit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's grit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You're friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what we have. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this when I'm holding on, I
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you by. Finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why do people try to define it? But so I don't got time to get called to. We're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. These ties in the culture, hit you with them K Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was clutter. Doing it so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember me, this a jungle. The top always gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left with nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not. Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You're burning into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. Those ceiling winds will never be the same. You burn that if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. Those ceiling winds will never be the same. You burn that if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. Those chilly winds will never be the same.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Stay sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Stay sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, out the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, 'cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. You take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? When am I alone? Not on the phone. When am I on my own? They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Stay sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Stay sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. Eyes drip out from the socket, so a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Choose us in the belly of the beast, but outside there's a war going on in your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising. Thinking, what type of knowledge gon' sink in? life gives you lemons, and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage, way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name.